Right now, for more on this, also some other recent airline stories like pay negotiations and some of those close call incidents, is former United Airlines CEO Oscar Munoz. He is also a CNBC contributor. Oscar, if you were still an airline CEO, would you be adding capacity at this point?
Good times are coming for sure. The demand, I'm telling you, everywhere you go. So the combination of still pent up demand for leisure travel, this hybrid work aspect of that is still having people travel for business/leisure. I think there's a term for it. I don't remember what they're calling it now. And honestly, the return to work mode, everywhere I go, people are going back to this 4-day thing. So business travel is coming up, and the demand is off the charts. And really, if there's any limiting thing domestically, it is the supply. And I just heard Phil talk about the ultra low-cost carriers and low-cost carriers adding. I would note for investors the divergence between the big network carriers, Delta, United, and American, and how they performed versus where the rest of the team. I think I read somewhere where for the second quarter profits, like $8 billion, 80% of that came from the bigs, and so there's a little bit of divergence. So investors don't like airlines. Honestly, we try hard. And when you get peak margins and peak revenues, they don't think those can last. And so I think the form and the function for the rest of the year is simple. Those that deliver on their promises, the stocks are on sale right now to some degree. So I would note the divergence between the bigs and the low-cost carrier differential, because that is a big difference right now. And again, demand just continues to be really robust everywhere I see it.
You would be adding capacity right now? Like, forget about what the analysts are saying. Forget about the idea that ticket prices are coming down to some extent. You think there's still enough demand there that you would add capacity?
Well, I'll tell you, if I'm a big, yes, because I am feeding my international business, which is increasing, and there's a huge demand for it. If I'm a mostly domestic carrier, the ones that were mentioned earlier, I think that product has become a little commoditized. This term cost convergence that you've heard many people talk about with regard to the cost of running those low-cost carriers is increasing and converging where the network players, the big network players are. And so they're trying to feed the bear with more supply. That commoditized product is going to be under pressure, and I would worry about that. From the large network carriers, just the more people you can carry to your portals to go international, that is big business for them. So it's again a tale of two worlds.
And profitability, as you mentioned, 80% of the profits that we've seen so far this year have come from the big carriers. But the big carriers have some bigger costs that are headed their way, too. We just saw American Airlines renegotiate with its pilots. I think they're getting a 21% raise immediately, 47% over the next several years, I think through 2027. They've said that this is going to eat into their profitability. We know Delta and others are kind of lining up, and they're going to be looking for the same sort of deal. Is it that much tougher to make a profit given those increases? Are the increases things that you'd be giving out too because it's what you need to do to keep the pilots there?
Yeah, I think American will be the last of the big three to settle those pilots. I think last time I was on with you, there was some concern about people going on strike and all the concerns there. And I very blatantly said, it's not going to happen. There's a kabuki dance when you do these negotiations, but the money that's on the table, the value that's created for pilots and then they create back for the business is a good one. It is an endless cycle in our business. It's another thing that worries investors because you're always giving it away, as they say, back to things. But, you can't fly a plane without pilots, and they're very talented individuals, and they keep us very safe, of course, which is another topic that you want to talk about. The cost will increase, the product offerings, the premium, the international, all of that, it becomes part of the strategy to generate enough revenue to offset those growing costs, and of course to keep everyone flying safely.
You mentioned safety being that huge issue. The New York Times has said that there's something like several close calls every week lately. If you've been watching this summer, is that more than you're used to? Is that more than we realize have been going on, and what's causing it?
I don't know those facts about whether it happens all the time. I think close call, the definition is one that you can make a bit more of those issues than they need. I think the important thing, this is so important for all the listeners. I mean, I think the airline industry is incredibly safe today. The issues that you're seeing there and were pointed out in that article was FAA staffing and training, and to a degree, a point that I've made repeatedly on your show about modernizing air traffic control systems, which, again, improve the safety of this. So there's an FAA reauthorization bill coming up later this year. And I think it's an important part that the FAA get that money to train those folks and hire those folks, because like the rest of the industry, I mean, we have so many new people that are servicing you from the airline perspective, but the people that control the air and the people that monitor those issues and safety, because that's an important part. So yes, it's an issue. Is it a bigger issue than before? I don't really have an opinion on that necessarily, but I do know that the cause of it and the solution of it is in our government's hand to be able to handle. And that's the important part.
But Oscar, I assume that when you were running United, you would get reports, I would hope, directly of these close calls. Would you get these close call reports? And
Absolutely.
How frequently did they come? Was this something that was happening every day, every other day from your pilots with these notes attached to them that, you know, I read that article. Some of those notes were pretty scary notes.
You know, I have to say, at my time, I can't remember, probably 2 or 3 over the course of that time where I was advised of something that happened. And so we have so there may have been systems out there that I wasn't aware of, but it wasn't anywhere that reached our level of things. So again, it is a growing issue primarily because of the staffing levels and the training of the FAA, which can be funded and fixed. The industry is safe, has always been safe, so I would not take that for granted. But at the same time, again, as the article points out, it does happen. And to the degree that it happens, the severity to your question, I know that I personally I don't remember a lot of these. And of course I would remember this, right? That's something that we would take incredibly seriously.